Stoic quotes are meant for the strongest of characters. A warrior must conquer himself before he can defeat his enemies. A clear mind sees accurately, a calm mind thinks clearly, and a steady hand strikes decisively. Mad passion flares brightly but quickly burns out. Instead, stoke the steady flames of discipline, wisdom, and will. If you don't want to obey others, you must learn to obey yourself, which is not as easy as it sounds. You cannot address your weaknesses if you won't admit you have any. Befriend the truth and make it your ally in all things. Life is a storm that will test you unceasingly. Don't wait for calm waters that may never come. Derive purpose from resilience and learn to sail the raging sea. Accepting the inevitable is the beginning of strength and freedom. Self-criticism is productive and healthy, but self-loathing is neurotic and destructive. Do not mistake one for the other. Learn from your past, but do not live in it. The past must be integrated, not wished away, but it also should not be allowed to devour the future. Today is tomorrow's past. Don't spend it reliving yesterday. See the infinite flowering of now. Embrace all chaos that is out of your control. This is how it is. Why should it be otherwise? Move the levers that are within your grasp. Sharpen the blade of will and strike with precision. Accept and enjoy unstable times as they allow agile individuals to rapidly climb formerly gated hierarchies. Don't underestimate the value of moderate effort consistently applied. Many people wait for the storm to pass so they can sail calm waters, but they do not realize that while they are indeed the ship, they may also be the storm. There is tremendous power in acceptance. To fully accept suffering and misfortune frees you from fear. You can appreciate good times because you are not tormented by the knowledge that they will end. They will. Such is the way of things, and we must live in accord with reality. Let wisdom be allied with will. Let effort be enhanced by self-knowledge. Endurance resists adversity, while conviction and conscience light a path through the dark. Heroes provide an example that allows us to measure the distance between what we are and what we could be. Most of us are good when being good is convenient, but heroes are good when it is not. Their courage shames and challenges us. Turbulent times have a way of breathing new life into lost causes. A ruin need not stay a ruin. It can be the foundation for renewal. A minute of rage can undo a lifetime of diligent effort. Self-control is self-preservation. Most of us won't look back on the moments we acted in anger as among our finest. Do not act when the tide of rage flows in. Wait for it to go out. Then act with reason and proportion. We tend to punish those closest to us for our own dark moods. They cannot read our minds well enough to avoid offending us, and we lash out at them for the mistreatment we feel we received from others. Misery and mistrust spread like an airborne virus. Cowards are bold in a crowd, and weak men become murderers in mobs. The road to mastery is only traveled by those who can tolerate being a beginner. Knowledge begins with the acknowledgement of ignorance. Modern people may have to learn and discard many skills throughout their lives. Those who can embrace being a beginner will thrive. Many think great success will pacify their critics, but criticism will multiply as you grow and progress. Positive attention does not come without negative attention. This is the price of having an impact. Why are the best among us often subject to the most ruthless attacks? Many people see a good example as a mirror that reflects their own failings back at them. They could learn from this feeling or try to shatter the mirror. Many choose the latter. Anger is briefly energizing but ultimately exhausting. Anger clouds judgment, leading us into one disaster after another. Anger allows anyone capable of provoking us to manipulate our behavior. Find a fuel that burns cleaner. Obsessing over your enemies will make you more like them. Winning a bad game is no victory. Self-pity is the cause of many sorrows and the solution to none of them. Effectiveness begins with elimination. Choose your ignorances as carefully as your interests. Blaming others makes us feel better about our shortcomings, but it doesn't help us address them. Good planning is insurance against future moodiness and inconsistency. Do your important thinking when you are mentally sharp. Adversity is always an opportunity. Life is full of trouble. Life ends. Denying these truths is an unstable solution. They will always surface, often when we most wish they wouldn't. It is better to welcome the young sort of adversity. We learn to endure by enduring. Pain is a teacher that commands the attention of every student. A lesson learned from suffering is not easily forgotten. A warrior must subdue himself before he can subdue his enemies. Clear sight sees accurately, a quiet mind thinks calmly, and a steady hand strikes decisively. Mad passion flares brightly but quickly burns itself out. Stoke the steady flames of discipline, wisdom, and will. Embrace all chaos that that is out of your control. This is how it is. Why should it be otherwise? Move the levers that are within your grasp. Sharpen the blade of will and strike with precision. There is tremendous power in acceptance. To fully accept suffering and misfortune frees you from fear. You can appreciate good times because you are not tormented by the knowledge that they will end. They will. Life is a storm that will test you unceasingly. Don't wait for calm waters that may not arrive. Derive purpose from resilience and learn to sail the raging sea.